Jim, let's talk quarantine. How's it going for you?
It is chaos. It is absolute chaos. Obviously, we are so grateful for the healthcare workers and the support people, but I am on, I don't know, week 3,000 here on quarantine in New York City, in our apartment with our 5 children. And we've started distant learning. And I think it's called distance learning because you want to get away from it. And we have all 5 of our kids doing all these distance learning things right now. And it is insane.
How are you as a teacher? Are you good with the math, is science? What would you say is your best subject?
I would say lunch is probably my best subject. I don't know. It is just it's as a parent, it's like they just changed the rules. Do you know what I mean? And it's so and again, compared to the healthcare workers, it's nothing, but it's bananas. It's absolute bananas. And but it's, there's an opportunity behind this. Does that sound believable? I think it sounds
A
believable.
little. I mean, everybody's saying kind of, we're having family dinners every time. I saw
Yeah.
your Alice video, by the way. Tremendous for Sunday
Thank
morning.
you so much.
That was one of my favorite sitcoms back in the day. Can you give me a little of the jingle? Do you remember the jingle for the beginning of it?
Oh, well, it was Linda Lavin
Yeah.
singing and
Early to bed, early to rise, something like
right,
that.
yes.
In between, I cooked and clean. I don't know, something about
Yeah, no, it's just the premise of that, because every week I've been doing these commentaries on CBS Sunday morning about life in quarantine. And additionally, every night my family and we do dinner with the Gaffigans, which is inspired when this was all going down. I was actually in Bogota, Colombia. I had a Latin American tour. Very conscious of the fact that there are some people that are separated from friends and family. So we decided to to open our dinner up to everyone and have it's every night at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and we're using it as a fundraising device for different charities, and hopefully that can help some of the healthcare workers. And it's been fun. It's a piece of normalcy, like when that dinner's at 6 p.m. It definitely motivates everyone.
Let's talk about your quarantine fashion. Do you want to stand up and give me a twirl and show me what we're working with today?
Well, I'm known for my fashion. This is a Milwaukee Pretzels t-shirt. I'm very much in t-shirts mostly.
You have pants on. Now pants, they say, are optional these days, right? Everything's waist up.
I'm in shorts. I'm very much in shorts. No one needs to see my legs at this point, so I'm doing a favor to everyone. But yeah, we're in a very strange, and we should focus on the gratitude of being healthy, but it's taxing. It's very difficult for parents and obviously for everyone. But it's a pretty interesting period we're going through, right?
What about with you and your wife? So you're together in your place with your 5 kids. They say during this time it's either breaking up or a baby. Where are you?
Oh gosh, it's not breaking up, but it's like there's no time for a baby. I would say that.
Number 6, 6 times a charm.
There is, and when you're a parent, your schedule is pretty full. And when you're a parent of multiple kids or 5 kids, there isn't much room for adjustment. But this is bananas. And I don't see it like, I don't look ahead and go, oh, in a week we'll be able to get a hold of this.
This is a long time coming. Okay, currently, right now, at this very moment, who is your favorite child?
My favorite child.
At this moment. It could change 10 minutes from now.
I mean, this might come out wrong, but I don't like any of them. No, they're all, it's hard. And to be very sincere, I'm sure we're all going to look back on this and be grateful for this quality time. Like right now, it's certainly, I miss doing stand-up. But there is some quality. There's definitely some silver linings in this. Like there's a lot of quality time with my children.
What have you learned about yourself through this? Have you taken up any new hobbies? Anything fun?
Well, I am, I do breakfast and dinner and clean up afterwards.
That's good.
There is almost a certain, my wife is considered high risk, so we're pretty much on double secret quarantine here. And so I would say the highlight of my day is taking down the garbage and picking up boxes. I call that my me time. But what have I learned about myself? I've learned that I had a lot more free time beforehand.
I totally agree. I was Mach 10 before with the 3 kids in my work, but suddenly I think everything has gotten more hectic. Calmer, but more hectic. It's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah, it's, supposedly Shakespeare wrote King Lear while he was on quarantine for the Black Plague. And obviously he did not help at all with his children.
He set the bar too high, way too high.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be lucky if I could read a play. You know what I mean? I'm not going to write one.
Jim, have you seen the dads out there that are really kicking up their game? They're like dressing up in costume, or they're recreating like a Disney theme park ride at their home on their stairs. Like,
oh, wow.
What is Jim Gaffigan doing?
Gosh, I am not, I haven't murdered one of my children. Does that count?
That counts.
I would say
that's a special ride.
There is, it's interesting. As a parent, you know this. Kids process things in a different way, right? And so there is a little bit, the quarantine is kind of like introducing a new sibling. They digress and they kind of behave a little differently. So we're definitely far more open to, our bed is filled with 5 kids every night. So I'm not that I'm getting tons of sleep, but there's an adjustment occurring. And, but no, I'm not, we've been doing family movie nights up until the distance learning. We had seen, I watched like 10 nights of horrible movies, not horrible ones, but just not ones that I would like. So I would say that I've been much more open to watching kids' movies.
So your kids' movies, are you binging any shows? Are you into this Tiger King thing that everybody's talking about?
I've gotten a lot of messages on social media that some guy in that show looks like me.
Wait, which one? Not Joe Exotic. Who?
I don't know. It's just like,
Jim, I don't think this is good. Okay, wait a minute. Who are they saying? I might have to fight some people on this.
I don't know. It's just like, occasionally someone will just send me a picture of like a white trash guy, and they're like, "You're great on Tiger King."
What?
So
He's
I
got
don't know
no
what it is. I don't think it's that guy.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but it's just like, I'm also like one of these guys where like people think I look like any blonde guy. Do you know what I mean?
Brad
They're
Pitt.
like, you're Drew Carey, it's like, I don't look like Drew Carey, but we both have blonde hair. I don't know. I assume he still has blonde hair.
You own The Price is Right when they come at you with
I own The
you're like,
Price is
listen,
Right.
The Showcase Showdown begins at noon.
Right.
Let's talk about Live Aid or Laugh Aid and what Live Aid would be great if you were going to sing as well. But Laugh Aid, I really love this. Tell me what you're doing with your fellow comedians.
Well, comedians are a very eclectic, interesting group, but this organization is constructed Corona. This was kind of established to help out comedians that are struggling, whether it's they're hitting financial difficulties or they're dealing with addiction. It's essentially a safety net for comedians. And I think that there is kind of this belief that comedians have maybe they disagree or there's a rivalry, but the reality is comedians, we're all from Misfit Island, so there's a brotherhood and sisterhood there. So this is an organization meant to help out comedians, and obviously during this time, comedians can't make any money. I mean, I've have other incomes sources, but there's plenty of comedians that work paycheck to paycheck, and so I'm helping out.
I love you're going to be doing this with Ray Romano, Dane Cook. Who are some others comics that are going to be doing it with you? The Sklar's, who I love.
Yeah, Maria Bamford. I honestly I don't know, because it's been so chaotic, and like everyone who's watching this, we all feel so powerless in this situation. So doing simple things such as delivering meals to healthcare workers, which my wife and my kids are organizing through the imaginesociety.org. But doing something is just kind of to help. We all wish that we could magically make all this PPE appear, but like doing something to help alleviate some of the confusion.
If you had a quarantine nickname, have you heard about this? So it's sort of your current mood with the last thing you ate.
Oh, that's interesting. I would be exhausted eggs, but that's a cool name,
right? So check your kids' side. That could be part of the family discussion at dinner. Or something got. Wait, the other family stuff, Jim. All these families are getting together and doing these family dances. I mean, could the Gaffigans? Could we do a good family song and dance thing after dinner?
Oh gosh. I feel as though
I love when your voice goes up. Sorry, it's my favorite thing.
No, it's just like, I don't know. I know I look like I'd be a great dancer, but I'm not. I think that dinner at 6 p.m. Every night on YouTube is kind of our thing. It's like, and believe me, there's some times around 5:15 where we're like, I don't know if we should do this because we're not in a position. But
do you feel like you have to be funny? Like you're all out there together, and do the kids feel like they have to be on, or are they just so used to it now?
I would say that it's not a need to be funny. It's weird because I wouldn't normally put my kids in this predicament.
Yeah.
There is this gradation of privacy where like there's people that never show photos of their kids, and then there's full on Kardashian. And for me, it's like, if we weren't in this pandemic quarantine thing, I don't think we'd be doing this. But I think that, I get direct messages on and comments on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and it's indirectly helping people. And it's also helping a certain level of normalcy, as insane as that is. It's like we always have dinner at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's just that it's streamed live on YouTube.
I like it. How old are the kids now?
I have no idea. No, they are 7, 8, 10, 14, and 15.
Okay, so 2 teenagers in the house. I've got 3 teenagers. So I'm not allowed to really talk to them, look at them, certainly not post, right? I'm the dorky mom. So is it getting harder with the older ones a little bit, or how's that going?
Well, I think that they, my teenagers definitely want to help. And the fact that there's a fundraising element to the dinners with the Gaffigan helps a lot. It's not as if we're like showing off the kids or making them tap dance. Not
Unless
yet.
we do the family
Uh,
dance.
yeah.
We start raising some good money, Jim.
So, but yeah, no, it is. There is also something about my kids are great, but they're teenagers. And
Yeah.
by the way, it's there's teenagers are going through stuff. I wouldn't want to go back. Would you want to go back to being a
No.
teenager?
No, and my oldest right now is a senior. Just thinking about missing her whole senior year. I know,
Yeah,
like, good problems to have in the sense for really what's going on, but it's, you're robbed a little bit of all of that. And I'm
yeah,
doing what you are without the dinners, but we send meals to the hospital every day, and we cook. I'm
yeah,
a terrible cook, but for neighbor, try to get them to really be aware of what's going on. They're going nuts just being quarantined.
yeah. And we all know, like, if you've been on this earth for a while, you know that, like, uh, helping other people can take you away from self-pity and kind of, uh, just doing something in the interest of fellow human beings can lift your spirit and make you feel not like you have some power, but that you can maybe contribute a change. And it is so overwhelming because I wish that we could just give ventilators and
Yeah.
PPE to
Yeah.
everyone.